And look at that, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in a long time, we were in first place and we lost it. Cyrus on the outside with that outlaw. Braking, trying to turn. Oh gosh, Mo, what are you doing? What are you doing, Mo? That's not good. That's not good for you. That's not good for me. Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Wreckfest. I am your host with the most, TheChronicToast, and today we are diving right back into our career playthrough for the championships and all those other terminologies. Today we're taking our first look at the Pro Internationals, which I'm really excited about. This should be a lot of fun. Now, for those of you that aren't as familiar with banger racing, well, it's a little different than, your traditional demolition style racing. That's kind of what we're working with here. So what this means is now we are in a situation where we are effectively able to intentionally, bump and grind and, spin some people out for position. We're not going to be racing as clean as we otherwise would be. So I'm pretty excited about that, but we are not going to be doing follow-ons, basically using cars to brake and turn until we get to the next series. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Demolition Racing American Series V8 Thunder 4X race events. Now, I know based on what we just said and what the name of this event is, it's a little bit in opposition, but we're going to roll with, the banger style approach, and we'll see how this works. Now, it looks like here we're going to be having 4 races, potentially 8 stars to win here, as far as bonus objectives and things like that, but 400 points. You can see up here at the very top, we are currently at 0 points for the Pro International Championship progress. Once we get to 2,600, we will be able to move on. There are a lot of other challenges here and a lot of stuff to unlock, so I'm excited to dive on in. What do we have here for this V8 Thunder? No replacement for the displacement. Expect growling engines, shattered steel, and plenty of hard crashes in this demolition racing series for the meanest American cars and even meaner drivers. Now, this is going to be American-focused, it looks like. You can see the flag logo down there, as well as B class, which I'm pretty stoked about. We own 12 of these cars, which is awesome. So the first one here is the Big Valley Speedway, a pretty standard, traditional, work around the track, basically classic style stock car racing, which I'm pretty excited about. We're going to go over here to the garage. Now, we have the Bullet here set up here. I wanted to show this off. I'm pretty excited. This is a cool paint job. This car overall, not that amazing, but it's all right. But since we are going to be going in here and doing some stock car style American racing, what better track other than an oval to begin that process? And what better car on an oval than an old school original style racing car? You can see the original racing logos are still kind of, the outlines are there. You can see that this car used to be a proper track car. And we're going to dive on in. And I think it's going to go well. I'm really excited about that. Taking a look at the options, we are on realistic damage, which is pretty darn cool. We're 223 with the Raven. There's a few others that are close to that mark, but as we know before, that's not the end of the story. You can get a chance to get some really good competition here with some really lower rated cars. Now, we'll see if that pays off, but I'm just excited to dive on in. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, this should be a treat. We're going to take a look at the difficulty here. Custom, automatic, half off, half, and expert. And that's usually where we want to leave it. The suspension is nice and stiff for a race car. Gear ratio is nice and long, so we can kind of work on that top-end gear range. Differential is open because, why not? And brake balance is rear. I think we'll be good to go. 100% tarmac, 615 yards. Let's dive on in. We got 4 events here. Oh, man, listen to that. Oh, yeah, good stuff. Now, we're going to want to dive down low here. I'm not too worried about bumping and grinding, but I don't want to, intentionally brake check a lot of cars to get into the corner. It's not the goal. I'm sure, as a few people have let me know, that it has occasionally happened from time to time, but that is not the goal. I'm going to try to get in here and win with, a little bit of Rubbins' racing, which is all right. Missing No up there, for those out there that love their Pokemon, is one that you do not want to catch back in the red and blue era of the original Game Boy and Game Boy Color, I believe. You caught that, you had a good chance of your game getting wrecked. Oh boy, corrupt saves and all that stuff. Just missing the tires down there. We are trying to catch a Mo P13P. Woo! Outside of the outside wall. Oh man, up into the marbles. Oh boy, let's get down here to some clean track. I'm not really sure if we're going to catch him, at least with this particular setup. The open rear differential on this car is not the best for its full tarmac track like this because you start to lose a little bit of forward power. But I have found with this setup, we have been able to get this car to turn more reliably on more of your mixed surface racetracks. So we'll see if that's an advantage or a hindrance. I don't know if we're going to run into those style tracks. Whoa, big crash up there. Oh boy, lots of cars in the walls, not so great. Back there in the entry to turn 3. Maybe if we're lucky, Mo P13 up here is going to get himself stuck into some traffic. Oh gosh. Oh man. Crank starter up there just getting into us. Oh, he is in some lap traffic, or her, we don't know. But unfortunately, they are past that and they've won, and there it is with us. Look at that front end damage on this car. Oh man. Golly gee whiz. 17.293 seconds. Not the fastest, but almost. And so you can see there the Star Beast, which Mo P13 is running right there, 178 rated B-Class car against R223, and we could not quite catch up. So settings for your car, your tune is important, but also that power rating is not very indicative of everything that it needs to be. Now, that being said, you can take a look back at the rest of the field there. A lot of 18s, cars that are almost a full second behind us. But you've got a 17 down there as well. And further on down, you can see in 14th place, Sinister with a 177 rated Rocket. Again, 17.3, not too far off the pace. So we're going to hit that continue button. And we got ourselves some racing pistons for the Wingman, which is always good. Free parts are nice. Look at the front of that car. Oh boy, that's not great. But we got ourselves a pile of cash. We're at level 76, which I'm pretty excited about. Oh man. And we're going into another Big Valley Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, we might be in trouble. We might be in trouble if it is always going to be on the tarmac. Standings, we're in second place, and we'll see. So Mo P13 and Missy No are kind of the individuals that we're racing after. So we'll see if we can't get in there and get the job done. Here we go. We're on the big racetrack this time around, not just the inside loop there. Maybe this is where we can make up some time. I mean, we are in a race car. We are in a proper race car. Driving down to the bottom, there is no yellow line down there just yet to get under. And we don't want to spin up too much there. That white line is going to be our friend there on the inside. Missy No on the outside up there in the classic style car that you would expect to see in, the original Daytona Sands style speedway racing way back in the day for those NASCAR folks that are out there. And that is a fast car. But we have open track in front of us. Thankfully, debris is not something we got to worry about. We are already having difficulty turning. The setup is not fantastic for this. We're making it count. Lap 2, diving on in. Lap 6 out of 6. There it is. Got across the finish line. Oh, baby. Bada bing, bada boom. 21.285. And that time we were the fastest car on the track by at least a second. So we're starting to get the hang of this. The larger the radius, the larger the track, the better this car can handle. The smaller the turns, not as much. So that should definitely do good for us. Racing valves for the Wingman, which is always nice. Let's see where the standings are at. I don't quite know where our competition ended up at. Let's see. Mo P13 in 4th place, so they're only 20 points behind us with 2 races to go. And Missy No is right behind them with solid finish. Schnitz and KAU Cow. Thinking about Neopets back in the day. Way back there in 5th place, but I think they're a little bit too far behind us. That's all right. Now we're diving into a figure 8. Again, not our best situation. Going with the open rear differential is probably not the best choice. I'd probably put it a bit closer to a limited slip style. Adjust that a little bit further to the back. But we're not going to worry about that too much here. We already kind of got our car set up. We're going to run what we brung, and we're going to see if we can't make that work. Rev it up, and let those wheels spin. Boom, there it goes. Oh, man, everybody's checking up here on the front end. It's 4 wide, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, golly gee whiz. Boom, Mo P13, we're racing him and Missy No. Oh, that was my mistake. Sorry, Missy No, did not quite mean to do that. Onto the brakes. This car did not quite slow down as expected. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, it is a paint. Oh gosh, Oh no. Oh, bad day, bad day, bad day, bad day. Go, go, go. Thank you, Solo 2, for that impact. That was, that was much appreciated. Oh, wow. I was going to say we're in some paint swapping action there. Really misjudging the braking power of this car. And it's pretty broken. Pretty broken now. We're just going to try to salvage what we can. Going into lap 3. It is not great. Oh, man. Who put those big giant tires there? Oh, golly gee whiz, man. Holy wow. Sinister using us there a little bit to turn. Oh, that was a pretty big impact. A little big T-bone action there. You see that Mo P13 is way up there in first place. That's where we want to be. And they are definitely racing us for points. We just made it through there. Oh, wow. Well, it's a little bit hard to talk. I'm trying to keep this action going in the proper direction. Let's see. We made it through. Oh, that was a bad day for Sinister. 2 classic old-style cars up here. These are tough as nail cars. They are very, very hardy vehicles here in game, which is awesome. Oh, ladies and gents, that was us. We almost had that. Oh boy. Missy knows right up here. We are definitely racing them for position. I'm not quite sure who's in second place. It is second place. We are in third place. I can't believe it. We're in second place. Oh, Missy No and I are racing for second place. Mo P13 2 seconds up ahead. 1.5 laps to go. Can we get through this side by side into the white lap? Oh, there is traffic in the way. Not ideal. Missy No is right back there. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in a second place podium finish. Can we pull this off? Will this work? Fingers crossed. We're not going to run into anything too crazy. Sinister up there. Oh boy, sorry buddy. Oh man, knocking the rear end clip loose. You can see that rear end. The rear wheels are all kicked over. We got ourselves through there just in time. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, words are hard. Whew, we made it through, which is pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited about that. Oh, wow. Okay, so second place with a 24.906. Not the fastest lap. In fact, the fastest lap was Cyrus back there in 14th place, but they did not finish. All of our competition is still in the running. We got very, very lucky that was not as bad as it could be based on our spin out there early on. So you can see here, we are firmly tied for first place. Missy No is 40 points behind. So Missy No has a chance, with this being the third race, to catch up and make some points if we finish poorly. If either us or Mo P13 finishes poorly. Beyond that, everyone else is not really in the running unless something catastrophic happens. So it's going to be the three of us, Mo P13, Missy No, and ourselves. Diving into the Big Valley Speedway, this is going to be chaotic. We don't have to necessarily race our way to the finish on this in first place. We just have to be a cautious racer and dodge the chaos, because there is going to be a lot of carnage here. A lot of carnage. Oh boy, Damage Incorporated. This is going to be an appropriate name for this track. There it is. Let's slip the rear wheels of war. Oh man. Let's rock and roll. Oh gosh, golly gee whiz, cars just checking up. It's hard to see sometimes when cars, don't have brake lights, taillights? Taillights are what I'm looking for. Oh man, Blood Gogol is getting their revenge, I have a feeling there. Yep, we cut on the underside there, not so good. What a gaggle of cars. Can we get clear of this mess? That's the goal. Our front nose is already all smashed. Our grill is gone. We're still sitting on 94 out of 100 in terms of damage. Now remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are racing on realistic, so little tiny taps, little impacts, T-bones are very catastrophic. It's easy to lose wheels functionally, even though you might still have some of the hit points. But remember, this is still only lap 1 of 6. And just like that, Missy No and ourselves are racing here for the lead. They've already taken quite a bit of damage, it looks like, there on the front of their car. So we just got to ourselves race clean, kind of keep our eye on the game here, and we should be all right. Mo P13, of course, in first place. It looks like their car is still relatively clean. Oh man, Cyrus just hounding away in there. Not ideal. Not good. And of course you got Schnitz back there. We already have cars that are already out of the running. Mo P13 Looks like they got impacted pretty hard. Their car's still in roughly one piece, though. And look at that, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in a long time, we were in first place and we lost it. Cyrus on the outside with that Outlaw. Braking, trying to turn. Oh gosh, Mo, what are you doing? What are you doing, Mo? That's not good. That's not good for you. That's not good for me. Ooh, boy. Holy wow, this is chaos and crazy. We haven't even finished lap 2 yet. There's cars everywhere outside, out of the run, and in all parts of the track. We just got to keep ourselves clean, keep our nose clean. Oh, well, we took out Cyrus. Oh, Mo P13 is almost out of the running. So much damage, not many hit points left on that car. They're missing a door. Golly gee whiz. Oh, this is a dirty racer. And just like that, we're in third. But oh wow, look at this. What a pile of chaos. I'm at a loss for words, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not really used to narrating such crazy zaniness on oval style tracks. It hasn't happened very often so far in our racing career here, but again, we're racing Stinger, who's in pretty decent shape, and Mo, I have a feeling, is probably going to crash out if we are lucky. They do not have much left in the way of hit points on that car. We've lost pretty much the whole front end of this car, but it's still running. It's probably going to try to overheat if it was in real life with a real car. Just got to watch for all the debris. There goes Mo P13. They're out of the running. Oh gosh. Duck and dodge. There it is. And just like that, our two pieces of competition have taken themselves out. And so all we got to do is just carefully, casually roll across the finish line and hopefully not get caught up in anyone else's mess. Oh gosh. Whew. Blood Golgol, I think is the name of that car. I'm trying to figure out. I keep wanting to say Blood Google, but that's not the way. There's only one O in there. I'm pretty sure they've got it out for us based on just the last couple races, kind of how it's all worked through. Oh, and another car wrecking itself out of the race. There is only 3 of us left, ladies and gentlemen. Xavier, BK, and Sinister. Sinister is over a minute left. I'm pretty sure Sinister is the one that's spinning donuts back there in the other corner that we're approaching. We're going to try to cut the gap here and try to stay out of Xavier's way if we can. Looks like Blood Gogol is out of the run and out of the race. So much carnage, so much chaos. Oh, man. Here is going to be Sinister. Yep, there's Sinister right off the bat. Not ideal. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting ready to try to finish this up. We're going to see how it goes. Fingers crossed we can cross that finish line 1 or 2 more times. Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, here we come out of the final corner. Xavier BK crashed on out. It's just us taking first place and Sinister going in for that final position. Oh yeah. Just like that. We did a pretty darn good job. Taking a look at the leaderboard down there, Mo P13 a little ways down. Missy No, who I thought we were going to be having a pretty good race against, nowhere to be seen. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at what we have for the standings. I'm excited. I think we have a really, really good situation. And there it is. We have managed to get in there. I thought that was race 3 out of 4. Apparently it was race 4 out of 4. Final position, first place, only 3 of 8 bonus targets. And we got ourselves 360 out of 400 points. Oh yeah. So with that being said, what else do we want to tackle next? We got a lot of one-off little situations here, you know, demolitions and diesels and things. I think we're going to be tackling the international tour on the next episode. That's going to be a long but fun, giant episode. I'm pretty excited about that. But that being said, let's go down here. Banger Racing Challenge Double Trouble at the Big Valley Speedway Outer Oval. Not sure what kind of a twisted mind came up with an idea to fix a car on top of another one, but it makes up for some epic racing. Beat everyone else and the deathy contraption is yours. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to be trying to race a double-decker car. Yeah, grid size is 24 on the big style of track that we were just at. So we're going to see if we can't get through this in one piece. And if we can, it's going to be a miracle. I'm really excited. Oh, wow. Look at this. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my goodness. This is... Oh, These are very, very top heavy. These are very, very top heavy. I don't know if we can take this full speed without uh tipping over is my concern. Oh wow. They don't want to turn either. Oh my goodness. Oh, everyone's trying to push everyone into the walls. We've already got cars getting knocked out. Cars going sideways. Oh boy. Oh boy. We have a bear behind us. Tansa, Y4K. I don't even know. Oh man, they're fast too. Oh, oh, and these do not want to turn. They are overloading the suspension and the tires. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have raced this particular challenge, let me know what your thoughts are on this and how crazy it kind of went, because right now this is pretty ridiculous. We're just watching out for all this cross traffic as we go through. As long as we don't crash into anything, it should be okay. Ducking and dodging and weaving and trying to get out of oncoming traffic is a little difficult, I would think, simply because this is so non-responsive. By the time you change the wheel orientation or the pedal or brake input, the car takes about a second and a half to respond. This is pretty ridiculous. This is pretty crazy. Oh my goodness. Like, we're at full out throttle right now. Just full out throttle. There it is. So it's pretty easy to get around there, but oh boy. All this oncoming traffic. Holy cow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty excited about this. Fingers crossed this particular race goes well. We're going to just kind of let you enjoy a little bit of the action here, and then we're going to cut to the next big break, and we'll see how that goes. Corner. Slowly navigating our way towards victory. That is the hope. That is the goal. It's been a pretty technical, trip working and navigating through all the wrecks, but largely on this particular track, especially against AI, even if it's on some of the most difficult settings, all you got to do is just take your time. A lot of times the traffic will crash itself out. It's not too bad. You can see there at the end of this race, there's only 3 of us left. Vintage Moose, Chap, and ourselves, the Chronic Toast. 1 minute and 3 seconds was the fastest lap, and that would be us. Oh man. And with that, you can see the front of our vehicle there already smashed up a little bit, largely just from catching the hulks of dead cars, already cars that have been DNF'd out of the race. But we got ourselves a good win. And then with that, we have won probably the most ridiculous car I have seen yet in a Wreckfest, which is the double-decker. This thing is so top-heavy. It's just crazy. Just crazy. It's cool. But I don't even know. I don't even know. We got ourselves both bonus targets taken care of, 100 out of 100 points. You can see there for the Career Pro Internationals, we are sitting at 460 out of 2,600. And so with that, we are about 1/5 of the way through. One more event here completed, and we will see some of this extra stuff up here get unlocked. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. Stick on by for the next episode, because we'll be tackling the Folk Racing Series, the International Tour, 8 race events. This is going to be pretty crazy. Not quite sure what car we're going to take into this yet, but it should be a lot of fun. So as always, thank you very much for stopping on by and kind of watching a little bit of a shorter episode with the V8 Thunder Series and the Challenge Double Trouble. That was a lot of fun. So we will see you next time. And as always, have a good one.